What's good, fam? This is Bigtone coming at you from Bigtone Productions, Beats and Feasts. You know what time it is. It's time for another cooking video. And today we're going to do my version, Bigtone's version of what KFC calls chicken poppers or popcorn chicken. Basically, it's a chicken nugget. I guess they were marketing this toward grown-ass people. But as a grown man, these didn't have any flavor. I had to taste test them. They were not that good. Not what people was talking about. So, guys, we're gonna put our own spin on this, but we're still gonna do KFC's version of popcorn chicken. So if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know when a video posts every week. And that's Friday, by the way. And hey, guys, don't forget to share it. Let's get started with Bigtone's version of popcorn chicken. 2 large chicken breasts and 1 small or medium-sized one there. And we're going to trim these up just a bit. You want to get some of the skin and fat off of it and some of the undesirable parts. So right off the bat, I've already washed this off. So I'm going to trim this piece up just so you guys can see it. Take that little bit off. Take some of the skin off that you see here. Take a little bit of that off. Discard this bit. Alright, guys, and we're going to leave these whole. We're not going to cut them in half. We want them some nice sized pieces. So we're just going to simply cut these in some nice sized pieces here. And then we're going to go back and we're just going to cut them in half. We want to leave them pretty nice size. I mean, a grown-ass man should be able to eat some of these. So in cube sizes, about like that. Alright. There we go. It's important to have a sharp knife when you do this. It's always important to have a sharp knife in the kitchen. Always. The marinade for this is very, 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 very simple. So, there's only 2 ingredients to the marinade for mine. Slap Your Mama hot sauce. And we're just gonna get a nice dose of this all over this chicken. There we go. Oh yeah. Nice dose of Slap Your Mama. And then we're going to use buttermilk. Now I got low fat only because that's all they had. But we're using this just for the enzyme that's in it. Just to moisturize this chicken. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to get it nicely incorporated in the bowl. The next part is easy. We're just going to cover this, put it in the refrigerator. My suggestion is overnight, but 3-4 hours is good too. So that's the marinade. We'll get to the rest of it here in just a moment. The supporting cast is very simple, although KFC uses their 11 herbs and spices or whatever they call it. And some of those you may not even know what they are, like MSG. We're not putting that in there. So, for the flour batter that we're using is just 1 cup of flour, half a cup of cornstarch. Cornstarch is important because it gives it a little bit of crispiness it needs. You don't want to add a whole lot of cornstarch because then it won't brown the way you want to. But those are the 2 flours. Of course, we got fresh cracked black pepper, pink Himalayan sea salt. And then we got ground paprika, some leaf oregano. Of course, we got the Slap Your Mama hot sauce, celery salt, some thyme, ground thyme. Hey guys, 1 correction on the seasoning. I had to substitute some Italian seasoning for the basil because I didn't have any fresh. I thought those were basil, but they weren't. But anyway, so the Italian seasoning's got a little bit of basil in it, so that'll suffice, along with the leaf oregano. That'll be good. And some Lowry seasoning salt, which has the salt and pepper in it, so that's why you don't need a whole bunch of the salt and pepper. And of course we got our buttermilk, which you see the chicken marinating in right now. So that chicken's been marinating overnight. 2-3 hours is perfect in the refrigerator, so go ahead and do that. It gives it nice and tender. But other than that, those are the seasonings, and let's get started with this. In a fresh bowl, we're going to add our flour, and we're going to add our cornstarch. We're going to mix those two up real good here. And then we're going to add our spices. Now typically, these are very easy to remember. You know how I am with measurements. But pretty much is going to be about a teaspoon of every ingredient that you have, with the exception of salt and pepper. I should say salt. And some things you go over a little bit of a teaspoon, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So celery salt, about a teaspoon. Paprika, I'm putting a little bit more than a teaspoon in here because it provides a little bit of a redness color to it. Italian seasoning, about a teaspoon. So they're all going to be about a teaspoon except for salt and pepper. Leaf oregano, about a teaspoon. We got a ground thyme. You might want to ease up on the thyme, but about a teaspoon for me. Seasoning salt. Lowry's. If you don't know about Lowry's, you need to know. There we go. And of course we got our fresh cracked black pepper. And our pink Himalayan sea salt. You don't need a lot of salt because every one of those, especially the seasoning salt, has some salt in it. So you don't need a lot of salt in there. But that's all the seasonings. We're going to mix these all up so they get incorporated. Now over to the side, I've strained off the buttermilk in the Slap Your Mama hot sauce. So I've done that off to the side in the strainer. I'll bring that in camera view here in just a minute. We're going to mix this up. So you're going to have your chicken, your spices and flour, and then we're going to set that on a tray, and then we're going to deep fry it. We got our chicken here that's been marinating overnight. We got our dry seasoning, flour, cornstarch, and all of our spices. So we're just going to take each piece of chicken, and you can put multiple pieces in here at a time, just separate them. And we're just going to dredge these in the flour real good. And we're going to take them individually. Make sure you get them all coated there, all sides. We're going to take these. We're just going to set them on a tray, and I'll show you the tray here in a minute. I know it's out of camera shot. Alright, grab another handful of them. Make sure they're separated. And we're just going to dredge these in the flour. Make sure every side is coated. And we're going to put these on the tray as well. So there's the chicken on the rack there, just so it can sit on something and the excess will fall off into the tray. But we're going to go over to the oven and get to frying this. Your fryer should already be started at about 350 degrees, somewhere close to that. So let's get to frying. Alright, so we're over here at the fryer. So we're just going to simply put these in one at a time. You don't want to overcrowd the fryer, in my fryer, probably about 8 or 10 of these at a time, maybe 12. So we're gonna leave these in here for about 5-6 minutes. Doesn't take long. Get them the nice brown color that you're looking for. So look at these. Look how golden brown they are. So we're going to take those out. Set those on a separate tray. Like I said, it doesn't take long. I'm gonna drop in another batch. I need to start a GoFundMe account for a bigger fryer. But this is okay, I'm not complaining. But you guys can always cash at me if you want. Not complaining about that either. Bigtone9515@gmail.com. Cash at me some money. We'll get a bigger fryer in here. We can do more. But look how golden brown these are. Love them. We got seasoning. They got flavor. That's why I'm calling them Bigtone fried chicken. Poppers, whatever you want to call them. Look what it says. Bigtone's fried chicken. Forget Kentucky Fried. Look at that. Ah, now a grown man can eat that. That's grown man food. Poppers, chicken nuggets, whatever you want to call it, but it's Bigtone's Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for that bite. Got my little sauces out there. Ooh, let me get into it. Bigtone's Kentucky Fried Chicken. Or let's just call it Bigtone's Fried Chicken. So I got my little sauce here, my little ranch. I'm gonna dip it in. Let me give one of these a try. Look how big that is. Lord. Kentucky Fried Chicken better look out. Bigtone's chicken. Or Bigtone's fried chicken. Whatever you want to call it, you can do this at home. You don't need to go spend the money on some flavorless chicken poppers, as they call it. But hey guys, if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, make sure you share the video, and hey, this is Bigtone signing off. Peace.